while now, and I think he's gonna have a good run.
Let's
That's the
hope,
cruiserweight title.
Let's hope that it will continue putting 205 Live in the right direction to the point where the audience at least gives a shit.
Yeah, because the problem is,
Because I felt so bad for these guys.
And the problem is now that with the split pay-per-views coming back, and they're not having brand-specific pay-per-views anymore, these title matches are going to be on the pre-show all the time. So get used to what you saw at WrestleMania.
So you're just saying 205 Live will just be the pre-show.
I can almost guarantee it.
Just pre-show bound from now on.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee it. With the two brands coming together, as much as I hate to say it, they're not gonna have room for the cruiserweight title on the main show. And for all your real cruiserweight action, you're gonna have to tune into 205 Live.
Okay, but yeah, when it came to the match itself, it was a really great match. I definitely enjoyed it, and good for Cedric Alexander.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the women's battle royal, formerly known as the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal.
Remember when I said that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal actually meant something this year, and it was fun, and the match was good, and all that? I'm not even
complete opposite.
Not even okay. I'm not even mad that Carmella went out first, because I knew going in that I was gonna lose this match, because I didn't give a shit before, I didn't give a shit during, and I certainly didn't give a shit after, because the WWE didn't give a shit either.
Right.
The winner was completely random, didn't have anything to do with storylines. Okay, I like Naomi, I really do, but she didn't need this. Nobody.
Fair,
I don't think anybody needed this. I don't think that this needed to happen. You had the Royal Rumble already. I don't think that every woman. I don't feel the need for either battle royal, to be completely honest. I don't think that everybody should have a spot on WrestleMania.
I don't disagree with that one. I even though it's not doing really fully what it's supposed to be doing, I do like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. At least what it stands for.
Yeah. And if this is what this women's battle royal is going to be until the end of time, I don't want it. Okay? Because it was sloppy. It was really fucking sloppy.
Oh my god.
Okay. It was interesting for like the first minute, because it was like, 28 women are going to gang up on this one. That's fun. Whatever. And then when it finally broke down, it was like, good lord, this is bad.
What a mess.
This was, and the only storyline that mattered, okay, you could call it from a mile away. The only difference is that you expected it to be Sasha Banks who threw out Bayley, and it was different. But it's one of those, the shock doesn't matter, because I still don't give a shit about the match, because as much as people may like Bayley, I'm still in that area of I can't take her acting seriously. Like I said it at the Hall of Fame show, off air, and Tarek looked at me funny, but he didn't say anything to deny it.
Wait, what did you say?
I honestly think, and can say from the bottom of my heart of hearts, that I think Bayley is a worse actress than the Bellas.
What do you mean I didn't say anything? Of course I said something about it. I'm just like, I'm ignoring that statement, because
but I
to each his own.
But I honestly I walk out of the room when she comes onto the screen with a microphone. I'm like, I can't do it.
To be fair, that's what I do. The same thing with Sasha Banks and Bayley. So
yeah, so it's like this whole entire match was an exercise in trying to give a shit and not succeeding, because they gave me no reason to. As I said, I like Naomi, And
Good on
I'm
her.
okay with the
Being
fact
the first winner. Yeah.
I'm okay with the fact that she's the first winner. But to me, this entire thing just made no sense, and it was just another part of the women's revolution. And sometimes you don't need it. I understand why they did the Royal Rumble. I understand why they did the Hell in the Cell. I understand why they do the tables match. I don't understand why they needed a battle royal at WrestleMania, because it brought the Peace Show down.
And it was just the kickoff show.
Yeah.
But now we're moving on to the main show and the opener, which...
And let me tell you, they got that shit back real quick.
when you're not the main event of WrestleMania, you might as well try your damnedest to be the first match, because my God, this triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship between then champion The Miz versus Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Hot damn! I'm just gonna say it. This was my match of the night.
I'm not gonna go.
And I'm not just doing it because I'm biased about the Intercontinental Championship. This was just fun storytelling and fun wrestling for me.
I'm gonna go wrestling wise. Yes, this was my match of the night. Wrestling wise, yes. Nothing could beat this on a wrestling scale. Because first of all, I love what they're doing with the Miz's character. Now that he's had the kid, he's turning over a new leaf kind of deal. He sends the Miz Taraj to the back. He goes out to do it on his own, loses because of it.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that goes after he gets... We'll see how that goes in the long run.
Depends on where either of them go with the Superstar shakeup.
Yeah. But I was surprised they gave it to Seth Rollins because of how much he was winning going into it. I thought that they were going to do standard WWE booking here. Mm-hmm. As Seth Rollins was winning all the time going into WrestleMania. So obviously he's not going to, right? That was my mindset.
Hey, I'm still going with the mindset that they're slowly trying to push him as the new Mr. WrestleMania.
So I'm not mad that he won. I knew The Miz was going to take the pin either way. That was probably always in the plans. I just thought that Finn Balor was going to do it. But maybe here's a chance that with this little six-man thing they've got going now, with the Miz Taraj, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Jeff Hardy, if either Finn Balor or Seth Rollins doesn't go over to SmackDown, we might get a Finn Balor heel turn out of this.
That would be interesting.
And I'd be down for that, because then we'd get a blood feud and we'd get a return of the Demon. But
would they really want to try and do that, especially after Stephanie wants to push Finn Balor for as a representative of the
that's why I think
LGBT community.
That's why I think he's going to SmackDown. I think he's going to SmackDown. Seth Rollins will go to Raw, and I think that this was just a showcase match before they do that. But as a showcase match, okay, definitely a showcase. This was very enjoyable. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I was pulling for Finn Balor, but I am mad. Seth Rollins gets to win, and every person in the Shield is a Grand Slam champion now. So
I love that he acknowledged that.
Yes,
on Raw, I love that. He said, I may have been last, but now the Shield is all members of the Shield have been Grand Slam champions, which I will stand by what I said. What was it, last year? That the Shield, in my opinion, is the greatest wrestling trilogy in WWE since the original incarnation of DX, with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chyna.
And Rick Rude. Are you talking like straight at the beginning, or just the part after Rick Rude left?
I'd say after Rick Rude left. And if anything, when it comes to all of wrestling, I'd probably say they're the best trilogy since the original incarnation of the NWO.
That I can go with. I can definitely see that. And this match is just another reason why, if they were pushing Seth Rollins as Mr. WrestleMania, I get it.
Because when you really look at it, the only down when it comes to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania is that he lost to Randy Orton at one time.
Yeah, and even that was
a phenomenal match.
And even after the phenomenal match, you had that moment
at RKO
that will be remembered for all time, and Seth Rollins was a part of that. So
yeah. So when I say that they're pushing him to be the new Mr. WrestleMania, I have the evidence to back that up.
I could definitely see it, and I ain't mad at it.
Neither am I, and I am not mad at all about this match. I loved every second of it. And now moving on to the next match, which was another great match. Could have been better, but it was still just a great storytelling match. The SmackDown Women's Championship between Charlotte and then undefeated Asuka. And
this was a very shocking end. Like, I didn't think... Like, here's my problem. I don't think Asuka should have tapped. I think she should have passed out. That would have made more sense with what I think that would have been a better way to more maintain Asuka's character than to show up Charlotte. I mean, because and it was pretty quick.
I think that would be my only criticism. If they actually had her hold on a little longer.
Yeah,
I don't mind the fact that she tapped out.
Go like a minute and a half, you roll around in it a couple times, and she just won't let up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what
that was the only criticism.
You tap because you know that you can no longer attempt to get to the ropes. That hold was on for like what, 15 seconds maybe?
About.
And she tapped pretty easily, and that's when it's like, I don't know if I like this.
Oh,
I love the match. The match itself, awesome. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the ending yet.
I was a fan of the result. If there was anyone who could,
oh yeah, no doubt. If there's anyone who should have beat Asuka. For the first one, Charlotte was the one.
Yeah.
That's obvious. I just don't... I'm not sure I like how. And that's the only thing that brought it down.
Yeah, it was the only criticism I had with the match is that like you said, Asuka should have tried more to try and break out of the figure eight when Charlotte just kept having an answer, rolling her away from the ropes, pulling her back. Something. Give it one more time so where it finally, like, yeah, as you said, Asuka just couldn't hold it anymore.
Because legit, okay, that was the first time she locked in the hold. Okay, that was the only time she locked in the hold. Mm-hmm. And it was like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, even that.
And legitimately, okay, I've seen Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch hold out longer than Asuka did.
Yeah, exactly.
And that makes no sense to me. At all.
Yeah, at least have the breakup once and then get it again at one sooner down the line. I would even like that more. But yeah, that only criticism. I don't think Asuka. People's like, oh, and now with Charlotte losing the women's championship to Carmella, not the next night, the next SmackDown. It's like, oh, then what was the point of Asuka losing? It completely wasted her undefeated streak. Oh, you say exactly. I still don't stand by. I don't think Asuka's streak is wasted at all. Now it takes the whole, like, beforehand, every time Asuka was in a match, we always chose Asuka because of the streak. Now it takes the away the predictability of her matches. She's now doesn't have to live by the streak.
That's fair enough. It's just.
I don't think that.
It's just the fact that it feels to me that the only reason they had Charlotte beat Asuka is for Carmella to cash in. That's how it feels to me after Tuesday. Because if Asuka won, there was no way that Carmella was going to cash in on Asuka. It feels to me like it's not about Charlotte beating the streak. It's about having someone who